Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson reproductive morphology. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is inflorescence, different types of inflorescence based on the position and also based on the number of a flower, arrangement of a flower, and branching of the inflorescence axis. Then we have seen 4 broad categories of inflorescence, that is racemose, cymose, mixed and special inflorescence. And we have started what is racemose inflorescence, what are the different types of racemose inflorescence, and difference between racemose and cymose inflorescence. Up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the different types of racemose inflorescence and their floral arrangement and their structural changes. Dear students, first we are going to see the main axis elongated type of racemose. In this type, the central axis, what is the name of the central axis? Peduncle, isn't it? So the peduncle is elongated, that means lengthier, and contains pedicellate or sessile flowers. Pedicellate, pedicel is a stalk of a flower. Flower with the stalk is known as pedicellate flower. Or sessile flower. Sessile means absence of stalk. Stalk is absent means those flowers are known as sessile flowers. So, in main axis elongated type, the inflorescence axis are elongated. The flowers are arranged in the inflorescence axis with the pedicel or without pedicel. Those flowers are known as pedicellate flowers or sessile flowers. So this main axis elongated type of racemose inflorescence again divided into different types. First one, simple raceme. That means the arrangement of flowers is look like racemose inflorescence. So that is said to be simple raceme. The inflorescence possess central main axis. The main axes are unbranched. There is no branches. Okay, unbranched main axis which bears pedicellate flower. See the paragraph, it's given in the bold letter. So simple raceme, flowers with a pedicel. What is that one? Stalk of a flower. And also these flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. What is acropetal succession? At the base, it contains matured flowers. When grow towards the tip, it possesses young flowers. That arrangement is known as acropetal succession. Example, Crotalaria retusa, mustard and radish. Mustard, we all know that one, kadugu. Radish, mullangi in Tamil. Crotalaria is known as kilikilipai chedi. So this is the simple raceme. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the Crotalaria plant. The central green color axis is said to be the inflorescence axis. Then this is the base one, matured flowers are located. When grow towards the tip or apex, it possesses a young flowers. And also see each flower which contains a small, slender, stalk-like portion that is known as pedicel. So, pedicellate flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. What is acropetal succession? At the base, matured flowers. When grow towards, it possesses young flowers. And also see the main axis unbranched. There is no branches. So this type of racemose inflorescence is known as simple raceme, is the first type of main axis elongated. Dear students, this is the another diagram which are showing the simple racemose arrangement of flowers. Matured flowers are at the base, young ones near the apex or tip, and also main axis there is no branches. Dear students, this is also another plant which are showing simple racemose inflorescence. So the previous diagram I showed is said to be the mustard plant. The diagram which we are seeing is known as the radish flower. So these are all the three examples of simple racemose. There is main axis elongated, unbranched, possess pedicellate flowers in acropetal succession. This is known as simple raceme. Dear students, in the previous para we have seen simple racemose with the example we have seen. The second type of main axis elongated is spike. Spike is also an unbranched. There is no branches in the main axis with indeterminate inflorescence. So that means many inflorescences are produced in the spike. That means central axis with sessile flowers. So sessile flowers means what I told you, without stalk or pedicel. So sessile flowers are produced in the unbranched inflorescence axis, that is known as spike. Example, Achyranthes. Dear students, the common name of Achyranthes is Nayurvi or Nayunni, like that one, Nayurvi. Okay. Then Stachys torpata is the another plant which are showing the spike inflorescence. Dear students, see the Achyranthes inflorescence. Central axis is there. There is no branches, unbranched. See many flowers, that is said to be indeterminate, unlimited flowers which are produced in a single inflorescence axis. At the base, they are having the matured flowers without stalk. See the flowers, no stalk-like portion. Directly the flowers are attached to the central axis. So those flowers are known as sessile flowers. So matured flowers are at the base and younger ones towards the apex. So this is said to be Achyranthes, that is Nayurvi. Dear students, this is another example of Achyranthes. See, many flowers which are produced in the inflorescence axis. There is no branches. There is no stalk in the flower, that is pedicel. Those flowers are known as sessile flowers. So this type of inflorescence is known as spike inflorescence. Dear students, the next type of main axis elongated is spikelet. So the spikelets are generally known as, it is a small form of spike. Small form of spike. The inflorescence with branched central axis. That is the difference between spike and spikelet. Spike means unbranched, isn't it? But in this spikelet, the inflorescence axis contains many branches. That is said to be with the branches. So each branch of the spikelet inflorescence is known as spikelet. In this branches, many flowers are arranged in a acropetal succession. Once again, what is acropetal succession? Matured flowers at the base, young flowers near the tips. Okay, that means towards the apex. And also, like spike, here also sessile flowers, no stalk or pedicel. And also, a pair of bract, inflorescence bract, called glume, is present at the base. So, at the base of the each inflorescence axis, main axis along with the branches. At the base of the branches and main axis, it possesses a pair of bract is known as glume, is located at the base. And also, each sessile flower without stalk contains a bract known as lemma and a bracteole is known as palea. Dear students, in this spikelet inflorescence, the flowers are not differentiated into calyx and corolla. Calyx and corolla are absent, or these two whorls are modified into another form is known as perianth. Individual one of the perianth is known as tepal. So they are given here. Tepals are reduced, very short, and also colorless, no color. Scaly leaves. It's look like a small flattened leaf-like structure known as laudicule. Each flower contains one stamen and one pistil. Only one stamen and one pistil. Example, paddy, wheat, barley and sorghum. So all the cereal varieties which possess the spikelet inflorescence. Dear students, write a short notes on spikelet. Is a very important 3-mark question. Kindly note down in your textbook. So each inflorescence axis possesses a pair of bract at the base is known as glume. At the same time, sessile flowers, each flower contains a bract is known as lemma and a bracteole is known as palea. Then each flower which contains only one stamen and one pistil. Example, paddy, wheat, barley and sorghum. Dear students, see the picture. This is the diagrammatic structure of spikelet inflorescence. Central axis, that is inflorescence axis, possess many branches in the lateral position. Then at the tip of the branches also, they possess the flowers with a sessile. Then at the base of the inflorescence, they are having the pair of bract is known as, what is that one? Glume. See that one, small green hair-like outgrowth which is present at the base of the central axis as well as the branches is known as glumes. Then each sessile flower without stalk contains a bract is known as lemma and the bracteole is known as palea. Then the flowers are not differentiated into calyx and corolla, so that it is modified into tepal, which is in reduced portion, which contains sessile flowers. So that arrangement is known as laudicules. So this is the diagrammatic representation of spikelet inflorescence. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the spikelet inflorescence of wheat. See, the flowers are attached in the inflorescence axis without stalk. Those flowers are known as sessile flowers. The arrangement of the flowers, which contains a bract at the base of the inflorescence axis known as glume. Then each flower which possesses a bract known as lemma and the bracteole known as palea. So this is the example of spikelet inflorescence, example wheat. Dear students, before going to see the another type of main axis elongated, we are going to see the diagrammatic representation of simple raceme. So this is the simple raceme, example crotalaria. The old flowers are at the base, young flowers towards the apex. So the main axis is unbranched, no branches. Then the flowers with a stalk-like portion, see, a stalk is there, long slender stalk, that is known as pedicellate flowers. That is simple raceme. Another one, spike inflorescence. I showed the diagram. See, main axis unbranched. Flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. Old flowers at the base, young ones towards the apex, but the flowers are without stalk. That is, they are given sessile flower. So this is said to be the diagrammatic representation of spike inflorescence. Example, Achyranthes. Dear students, next we are going to see the catkin inflorescence. These inflorescences are known as pendulous spike. Pendulous means they are hanging from the bark of a tree. Talaikira thongitrukum, like a pendulum which is present in the clock. That is said to be pendulous spike with a long and a drooping axis bearing small unisexual or bisexual flowers. So unisexual, bisexual. Unisexual means male flower separately, female flower separately, located in the same plant. Or bisexual flowers, both the sex organs, male sex organ and the female sex organs are located in the same flower, is known as bisexual flowers. So, in this catkin inflorescence, unisexual and or bisexual flowers are present in the inflorescence axis. So, the catkin inflorescence are known as ament. Dear students, kindly note down, it's the important 2-mark question. What is ament? The catkin inflorescence are known as pendulous spike, a long, drooping inflorescence axis which contains unisexual or bisexual flowers. It is also known as ament. Example, Acalypha ispida, Prosophis juliflora, Piper nigrum. Dear students, see the diagrammatic representation. So it is given in the inverted position because they are, what is that one? Pendulous, hanging inverted position, isn't it? So the diagram is given in the inverted position. At the base, whatever may be, the diagrammatic representation is same. At the base, matured flowers. Towards the tip, young flowers. And also, the pedicel is absent. That is said to be sessile flower. See the second diagram. From the bark of a tree or branch of a tree, the inflorescence axes are hanging like a pendulum which is present in the clock. So that This catkin inflorescence are known as spendulous spike. Example, Acalipa ispida. That means in Tamil it is known as Karuvelamaram. Dear students, this is the another example of catkin inflorescence, that is Piper nigrum. In common name is pepper, that is milagu. See the inflorescence. They are look like in the form of pendulum. So spendulous spike with many sessile flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. There is mature flower at the base. When growing towards the apex, it possesses a young flowers. That is the another example of catkin inflorescence. Dear students, next we are going to see the another type, spadix. In this spadix, the inflorescence axis is always fleshy. It's look like fleshy. Then the inflorescence axis is thickened central axis. It's very thick. These inflorescence axes possess many unisexual sessile flowers. That means male flowers and female flowers are separated without stalk or pedicel. That is known as unisexual sessile flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. That means at the base, matured one when grow towards young flowers. Usually, in which position male and female flowers are located? Female flowers are found at the base. Male flowers are found at the apex. And also, the entire inflorescence is covered with brightly colored or hard bract called spathe. Example, Amarpha apelles, Colocasia, Phoenix, Coccus. Amarpha apelles means in Tamil, Karunakkezhangu, perusa larger size, Karunakkezhangu. Colocasia, that means Senakkezhangu. Coccus nucifera is the coconut. Tengai. So these three are the example of spadix inflorescence. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the Amarpha apelles. Central is said to be the inflorescence axis, which is fleshy, always thick, very thick. Sessile unisexual flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. Female flowers are located at the base. Male flowers are located towards the apex. See the first diagrammatic representation. Central one is the thick and fleshy inflorescence axis. The flowers are arranged. Sessile flowers, no stalk is there. Sessile flowers are arranged in a acropetal succession. That type of inflorescence is known as spadix. Not only that, the inflorescence is covered with brightly colored bract. See that one, the outer surface, a large boat shaped, whatever may be. For example, in Cocos nucifera, what is that one? Coconut tree. The inflorescence axes are covered with boat shaped, pala அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? boat shapeல இருக்கும். That is said to be the bract known as spathe. So the spathe is the important characteristic feature in spadix inflorescence. Is very, very important 3-mark question. Write a short notes on spadix inflorescence. Dear students, the last type of main axis elongated is panicle. Dear students, the branched raceme inflorescence is known as panicle. So in the first type you have seen simple raceme, unbranched central axis, isn't it? So in this type, the central axis which possess many lateral branches. That is known as panicle. That's why they are given. A branched raceme is called panicle. Example, Mangifera, mango. Neem, what is that one? Vepamaram. Delonix regia. So that this panicle inflorescence is known as compound raceme or raceme of racemes. Is the important 2-mark question. Which inflorescence is known as raceme of racemes? Or what is compound raceme? Or what is panicle? Whatever may be, they'll ask the 2-mark question. Kindly note down in your textbook. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the mango inflorescence. Central axis, there is inflorescence axis which possesses branches in the lateral side. So that both the main axis as well as the lateral branches also arranged in acropetal succession. See, main axis, at the base they are having the mature branches. When grow towards, it possesses here young branches. Likewise, see the lateral branches, at the base they are having the matured flowers, and towards the apex it possesses the young flowers. So this type of arrangement is known as branched type of simple raceme. So it is otherwise known as compound raceme or raceme of racemosus. Dear students, up to this we have seen main axis elongated and its type with the example. Dear students, see the diagrammatic representation of panicle inflorescence. See the main axis. The main axis again showing the many branches in the lateral position. So whatever may be, the branches also arranged in acropetal succession. Main axis is also arranged in acropetal succession. Example, Mangifera indica, that is mango tree. So these are all the different types of main axis elongated inflorescence that totally describe the different types of main axis elongated inflorescence is the important 5-mark question. Each and every types of main axis elongated is very, very important for 1 mark, 2 mark and 3 mark question. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different types of main axis elongated in this video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.